Okay, guys, how's everybody doing today? And nice, nice. Ah, so let's go ahead and get a couple of these things up and running. Hi, I'm Joe Evans. I am your congressional candidate for District 1, Idaho. Please like, share, comment, talk to me. Let me know what's going on in your life. Let me know what's concerning you. Because that's what we're here about today, folks. What's important to you? And so, first thing we're going to go ahead and cover today. Let's get this out of the way. 9/11 and the Twin Towers. 19 years ago, I was in Korea when the towers went down. I was sitting in the SCIF, our Secure Compartmentalized Information Facility, TK Korea. It's technical control and analysis element. It was an intelligence section there. I was an E5. My ex-wife and my two oldest were there in Korea with me. Literally got the news, turn around. Boss for the day gave me the opportunity to go ahead and go on home, let my family know what was going on. It's an interesting situation. Definitely something we need to look at with regards to the way things were handled then and now. Thing is that was 19 years ago. We are still in Afghanistan fighting a war based on an incident where everybody who was involved in it has already been put in prison or is dead. We've killed Osama bin Laden. We've taken out at least 5 of his various generals over the years. The individuals who flew the planes themselves, well, they died the day of. In the meantime, we have continued to conduct wars in Afghanistan and Iraq that are killing people that had nothing to do with the events of that day. Nothing. It's time for us to let this go, folks. We've had enough time to heal. We've had enough time to mourn. We've had enough time to grieve. It's time for us to get on with our lives as a nation. Now, should we forget? No, we shouldn't. You know, for the same reason why we shouldn't forget what happened at Pearl Harbor. For the same reason why we shouldn't forget a number of other things that have happened in our history. Yeah, and the reasons why those things happened. But we need to move on with our lives. We need to get past this. We need to get past what we've been doing in regards to this. We need to end the wars in Afghanistan. We need to end the wars in Iraq. We need peace if we are ever going to truly heal. As long as we are still fighting, as long as we are still holding on to the anger, as long as we are still in this negotiation stage of grief, we'll never heal. And that's what we need to do. We need to heal. We need to come to acceptance of what has been, what will be, and move forward. So, let's go ahead and move on to the next issue. Fire starters and BLM. Okay, Bureau of Land Management. Yes, I messed with some of you, didn't I? Bureau of Land Management. That's why we have a problem with fires in the United States right now. That is an issue. Every one of the fires that is raging out of control is because of improper wildland management, whether it's Bureau of Land Management, Department of Interior, or whoever. These are the reasons why these fires are out of control. California burnt and destroyed villages or destroyed towns and killed people, last summer. PG&E Electric. Absolutely atrocious what happened as a result of what went down with that. That was a fire that could have been prevented just by making sure that the equipment had been maintained. However, problem we're having this year with regards to Bureau of Land Management and the way they've managed the land over the years is we currently have this situation, and it's a bad situation, where we haven't been taking care of the wildlife properly. We haven't been maintaining the infrastructure. We have years and years of underbrush that is now burning hot. It's causing the forest to burn hot. It's causing the trees to burn down. Trees that normally would have been able to weather a normal forest fire just cannot survive the heat. We are scorching the earth in extremely dangerous ways because of the heat that these fires are generating. This is because of poor land management, straight up. We need more megafauna roaming those lands. We need, and this goes back to the Fish and Game Department too. Reason why is because Fish and Game likes to maintain a stable population of deer, elk, etc. In that capacity, they have overhunted. They maintain a megafauna population that is too low. It is artificially low. Why? I don't know. But they maintain a megafauna population that is artificially too low, and it creates destabilization in our ecosystems all across the Pacific Northwest. Basically, anywhere Bureau of Land Management touches land management process, the way they hunt, the way they control megafauna population, the way they handle the forestry arrangements, it damages ecosystems. Yeah. Now, the thing is, Bureau of Land Management can't actually fix this. A lot of their policies are hard-coded from 40 years ago. We need Congress to go in and repeal a lot of those land management policies, a lot of those procedures that were instituted by organizations like the Sierra Club, 20, 30, 40 years ago. Conservation policies that actually date back to FDR. All of these are a continuation of problems with government overreach, where the government gets too involved in what's going on with things that bureaucrats ultimately don't understand properly. Had we allowed certain controlled burns to exist on smaller scale at different years, we would have less underbrush. If we had allowed more megafauna population to roam those wilderness areas, we would have less underbrush. If we would allow harvesting, in a number of BLM areas, to weed out the trees, to eliminate dead brush, it's one of those things. We could have arranged contracts for foresters to go in and say, hey, in addition to what you get for doing this, and the land use fees, one of the other requirements is you haul out dead wood, or you find some way of dealing with it that is ecologically and environmentally friendly in the ecosystems that we're allowing you to harvest in. We have options. We've had lots of options over the years, most of which have been shut out for, like I said, 20 to 30, some of them even 40 years now. So, Bureau of Land Management and fires, which is why we have entire cities looking like hellscapes as the smoke covers the cities and the clouds, and the fire from the forest is lighting everything up red from underneath. And it's like there's no nighttime because the light pollution from the massive fires. Yeah. We got some issues going on with that. Now, the other problem we got, and I can't believe this is a problem. We have vigilantes right now along exit routes, evacuation routes, that are stopping and slowing traffic. Reason why is because they think they're looking for fire starters. They think they're looking for arsonists who are trying to escape the areas where they have set fires at. guys, if you're doing that, stop. Just stop. Full stop. You're interfering with traffic patterns. Every time you stop a car to check it to see where they come from and where their origin is, that's someone at the back end who's still in danger of getting burnt the hell up. Honestly, at this point, if anybody dies because you stop traffic along an evacuation route, I hope you go to prison for negligent homicide. Straight up. You aren't going to find a fire starter. I don't care what you think. You aren't going to find the fire starter. We got professionals who do that. Stop interfering with traffic patterns. Let people go through. Let them evacuate. Yeah, I can't believe that level of ignorance even needs to be addressed, folks. It's pathetic. And the shame is most of these guys live in areas that are currently burning down. I understand the concern. National forest not being, well, it's a combination. There's a lot of it that's going on. There is national forests that are burning. There is BLM burning. I mean, simply there is too much land that is burning for it to not be both. It's just insane how much is burning. I have to pull up. I don't even know if I got a picture around here somewhere that I can pull up that'd show you just how expansive it is. But yeah, no, it's a combination, Philly. We got national forest, we got BLM land burning. Regardless, Department of Interior has mismanaged those lands for a significant period of time. It's an issue that needs to be addressed. And really, the oversight that exists in Washington, D.C. for that needs to be done away with. It needs to be put down at the local level. Stakeholders at the community level, at the local level, need to be involved in those decision-making processes. Whether that's reestablishing a logging industry in certain areas to make sure it's brought up, whether it's changing the patterns of hunting in order to maintain a higher megafauna population. We need to do something so that those lands so that land management is more dynamic than it is. So, yeah. There are a lot of solutions. A lot of industries are wanting to bring industry back, logging industry, forestry, ranching, rewilding of livestock. If we put more livestock out on BLM land as far as the steers and cattle go, in addition to what we're already doing, in addition to increasing herd sizes of deer and elk, all of this we can work commercial fees that would help pay for some of the management costs, rather than paying for, government subsidized corn. We could, use the fees that would normally be used for that corn, the cost, to cover BLM grazing costs. There are things we can do. So let's go ahead, take a look at what we got next. Free your health care. Let's go ahead and talk about that for a little bit. One of the problems that we continually look at is a lot of people from the left are going, I want universal health care. We need to make it universal. We need to make it universal. The problem with doing that from where we are right now with our healthcare system, as broke as it is it would make it exceedingly